And then I had a total meltdown and spaz out because these are people that I consider idols, you know. I have complete admiration for everyone that I work with.
The Gabourey Sidibe has left the world in awe with her stunning transformation. From being labeled as someone with no chance in the entertainment industry, Gabourey broke through with her groundbreaking role in Precious in 2009. But her story doesn't end there. Behind her incredible success is a journey filled with struggles, where she had to battle with her own self-image and the body she once called a tragedy. Today, Sidibe is not only a shining star in Hollywood, but also a symbol of inner strength and an unimaginable transformation. But how did someone who was once dismissed and overlooked manage to conquer both Hollywood and the world? Gabourey Sidibe's story is a shocking, inspiring tale you won't want to miss. Gabourey Sidibe's story begins with modest roots. Born in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, New York, Sidibe grew up in what she described as an upside-down household. Her family dynamic was a blend of contrast: an older brother, a nurturing Southern mother, and a firm African father who practiced polygamy. Her middle name, meaning "my queen" in Wolof, honors her father's cultural heritage, while her first name was chosen to pay tribute to an African woman who played a significant role in her father's life. Although Sidibe takes pride in the meaning behind her name, her relationship with her father was far from easy. After her parents' divorce, she moved in with her mother and brother, staying in a room at her aunt's house. Her mother, Alice Tan Ridley, pursued a career in singing and eventually earned national recognition when she appeared on America's Got Talent. It wasn't long before the family settled into a small studio apartment where they all shared a single bunk bed. Sidibe's family tree also carries a rich legacy of activism. Her aunt, Dorothy Pittman Hughes, co-founded Ms. Magazine and became a powerful voice in the women's rights movement. Hughes traveled the country, rallying support for grassroots causes alongside feminist icon Gloria Steinem. The iconic image of her aunt with Steinem, taken during a pivotal moment in history, left a profound mark on Sidibe. Every morning on my way out to the world, I would pass by a portrait of my aunt and Gloria together, Sidibe recalled in 2014 at the Gloria Awards, as reported by Entertainment Weekly. I didn't realize at the time how deeply that inspired me. Overcoming the shadows of childhood abuse. In a candid 2017 interview with Nylon, Gabourey Sidibe opened up about the painful relationship she had with her father, Ibnu Sidibe, who subjected her to verbal and physical abuse during her childhood. He would call her fatso and resort to cruelty that left deep emotional scars. Reflecting on those dark moments, she shared that her turbulent upbringing actually gave her a lot of practice acting, as she often had to mask her true feelings, pretending everything was fine even when it wasn't. For a long time, my father was dead to me, Sidibe confessed, acknowledging the weight of the emotional trauma she carried. However, despite the lingering pain, she made it clear that she doesn't see herself as a victim. "The 6-year-old in me is still pissed, but I've tried to move on," she said, showing a resilience that has defined her journey. Sidibe also spoke of her older brother as her first bully, remembering how he too would say hurtful things to her and she would retaliate in kind, a cycle of pain and anger that marked much of her early years. Struggling with weight from the start. Gabourey Sidibe has faced ongoing battles with her weight, a struggle that began when she was just a child. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, she revealed that she went on her first diet at only 6 years old. The criticism about her size didn't come solely from her father. Her mother also made cutting remarks about her weight. During her speech at the Ms. Foundation's Gloria Awards and Gala in 2014, Sidibe explained how her mother, who had also been a fat girl at my age, understood her pain, but still couldn't hold back from harshly criticizing her. This created an unsafe environment for Sidibe, even in her own home. as her mother's fear for her future manifested in painful words. In the face of this emotional turmoil, Sidibe turned to food as a source of comfort. With a wry sense of humor, she remarked, "Nothing says, 'You hurt my feelings,' you, like eating a delicious cookie. Cookies never hurt me." This sharp wit, paired with her vulnerability, highlights how Sidibe has learned to cope with the challenges thrown her way. Her talent became her shield against bullying. In a 2016 appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Gabourey Sidibe took a call from a viewer who sought advice for her daughter, who was being bullied at school for her weight. During the after-show, Sidibe opened up about how she managed to cope with bullying in her own school years by channeling her energy into her talent for singing and entertaining. "I knew every song on the radio, so I sang a lot," she recalled with a smile. It may have been a bit unconventional, she admitted, but older students, especially the senior girls, would often seek her out to hear her sing their favorite tracks. Although Sidibe didn't envision a future in music, this passion for performing became her refuge during the tough times at school. "Junior high school sucked for me. High school sucked for me," she said frankly, adding, "But the second you decide to feel great about yourself, that's when you really start to feel great. You have to figure out what you love about yourself." For Sidibe, discovering and embracing her own talents helped her navigate the turbulence of adolescence, and she encouraged young people to find what makes them unique. Inspired by Gloria Steinem and Aunt Dorothy Pittman Hughes, Gabourey Sidibe's life took a significant turn in the 4th grade when her parents separated, leading to a transformative chapter in her life. After the split, Sidibe, her brother, and their mother moved in with Sidibe's aunt, Dorothy Pittman Hughes, a prominent civil rights leader and feminist activist, in Harlem. Sidibe spoke about this pivotal time in her life during a speech at Gloria Steinem's 80th birthday celebration in 2014. Living with Hughes provided Sidibe with a fresh perspective and inspiration during a challenging period. She shared how an iconic photograph of Hughes alongside Gloria Steinem became a source of strength for her. "Every day, I had to get up and go to school where everyone made fun of me, and I had to go home to where everyone made fun of me," she recalled. Yet, in the midst of this, the image of her aunt and Steinem together gave Sidibe solace and resolve. The photograph, Sidibe explained, showed her aunt and Steinem standing side by side, one with long, beautiful hair, the other with a full, round afro, both women raising their fists high in the air. "Powerful, confident," Sidibe described. That image of solidarity became a symbol of strength for her. "Every day, as I would leave the house, I'd give that photo a fist right back. And I'd march off into battle," Sidibe recalled, finding the courage to face the world with the same resilience and pride as the women in that iconic image. Childhood taught her how to embrace failure. In a revealing 2016 interview with Andy Cohen, Gabourey Sidibe took a moment to reflect on how her childhood shaped the woman she is today. "I've got to be honest with you. I went through school and didn't realize just how much it really prepared me for real life," she admitted, with a candid smile. "I'm still dealing with the haters. It is rough." Her early experiences taught her resilience, and she shared some invaluable life lessons she's picked up along the way. "The best advice I've ever heard is to shake hands with rejection," Sidibe said, echoing a mindset that has carried her through life's inevitable setbacks. "In life, you will fail more than you win, so get used to it and keep moving forward." A passion for therapy from an early age. Gabourey Sidibe has been passionate about psychology since she was just 6 years old. She pursued her interest by studying psychology at Mercy College in New York City, where she immersed herself in the subject. By the time she was 10, Sidibe had already begun reading psychology books and exploring different therapy techniques, a testament to her dedication and curiosity. Understanding the significance of mental health, Sidibe didn't just study the subject, she also sought therapy for her own struggles. In a conversation with Andy Cohen, she stressed the importance of mental wellness, saying, "I've had a lot of therapy in my life. I champion therapy. Therapy is everything. A unique education in acting on a sex hotline." In her 2017 memoir, This Is Just My Face, Try Not to Stare, Gabourey Sidibe reveals an unexpected chapter from her past that would ultimately contribute to her acting career. At 21, her therapist suggested she take a telemarketing job to help pay the bills. Sidibe, however, had other ideas. "As soon as I heard telemarketing, I thought phone sex," she admitted with a chuckle. Once she began working in the industry, Sidibe quickly realized that her role was not just about keeping people on the phone to rack up the bill, but also about navigating the oddities of human desire. One of the more bizarre aspects of her job was that she often had to pretend to be white on the phone. "The average caller is a white male who wanted to talk to a white woman," Sidibe explained. She found humor in the irony. "According to what I had already seen at this company, the average talker was a plus-size black woman. That's right, white dudes. You might think you're talking to Megan Fox, but you're actually talking to, well, me." Sidibe spent 3 years working in the phone sex industry, and though it might seem like an unusual stepping stone, she credits the experience with teaching her valuable lessons that would later serve her acting career. "I took what I learned about secrets, shame, and pleasure and applied it to the real world around me," she said. The job not only helped her develop confidence and assertiveness, but also cultivated a fearlessness that she still carries with her today. "I'm not afraid to say anything to anyone. I'm not afraid to be anyone," Sidibe boldly declared, embodying the spirit of someone who has fully embraced her own power. Landing Precious Gabourey. Sidibe had dabbled in acting here and there, but it wasn't until she heard about an opportunity to audition for Precious that she seriously considered pursuing it as a career. Based on the powerful novel Push by Sapphire, the film tells the heartbreaking yet hopeful story of Precious Jones, a young girl from New York City who faces unspeakable challenges. She is obese, illiterate, and has suffered horrific abuse, having already given birth to one child fathered by her own father and is pregnant with another. While the story is filled with tragedy, it's also deeply rooted in a sense of resilience and hope, something that resonated with Sidibe on a personal level, as she, too, had dealt with the trauma of an abusive father. The casting process for Precious was rigorous and stretched over several months as the filmmakers searched for the right actress to embody the complex character. When Sidibe walked into her audition, albeit running late, she didn't just audition, she owned it. "I blew everyone away," she later recalled, reflecting on how she poured her heart and soul into her performance, delivering a raw, emotional portrayal that even brought her to tears. In explaining her connection to Precious, Sidibe shared, "I kind of had in my mind that she wasn't the ugliest person in the room, but she felt like she was. This nuanced understanding of the character helped her bring authenticity and depth to the role, capturing the complexity of Precious's inner struggles while also highlighting her strength and resilience. Against the odds, a flourishing career. Despite facing harsh criticism from shock jock Howard Stern, who once insultingly labeled her the most enormous fat black chick I've ever seen and claimed that she'd never be in another movie, Gabourey Sidibe has proved her detractors wrong at every turn. After her breakout role in Precious, Sidibe didn't just disappear. She made a lasting impact on Hollywood with a slew of diverse roles that showcased her incredible range. Sidibe's post-Precious career took off, and she soon made waves with her memorable performances on The Big C, where she expertly balanced drama and comedy. Her versatility was further showcased in multiple seasons of American Horror Story, where she embraced different roles that truly displayed her acting chops. In 2011, Sidibe starred in Tower Heist, further cementing her presence as a rising star in Hollywood. However, one of her most iconic roles came when she joined the cast of the groundbreaking hit Empire. In the show, Sidibe plays Becky, a character who begins as an assistant and rises through the ranks to become the vice president of a record company. What's remarkable about this role is that it was originally written for a boyish, petite white girl, but Sidibe's audition was so powerful that the producers reimagined the character specifically for her. Sidibe embraced the opportunity with open arms, sharing, "I enjoy the fact that out there is some little girl who is exactly like I was, and she doesn't see herself on TV. She sees herself in me on Empire. If it has to start with me, why not?" Dealing with the haters. Gabourey Sidibe continues to defy expectations and break barriers in Hollywood with her powerful performances. A memorable moment in her career came in 2015 when her character, Becky, had a rooftop love scene in Empire. Although the scene was intended as a natural part of the storyline, it sparked backlash from some viewers. But Sidibe refused to let the negativity overshadow her achievement. In her regular blog for Entertainment Weekly, she shared her enthusiasm about the moment, writing, a plus-sized, dark-eyed Sidibe acknowledged the criticism, but kept her focus on the positive. "I keep hearing that people are hating on it. I'm not sure how anyone could hate on love, but that's okay," she wrote. "You may have your memes, but honestly, I'm too busy at work to check Twitter anyway. Booked. Hope you enjoy next week's show." Social media trolls can still get under her skin. Despite her fame and years of therapy, Sidibe remains human, and that means the sting of hurtful comments still gets to her sometimes. In a 2017 article for InStyle, she reflected on her outfit for the NAACP Image Awards, describing how it immediately felt like a perfect match. "As soon as I saw myself in the mirror, I knew it was my soulmate," Sidibe wrote. "Yes, I called an outfit my soulmate. I'm single and over 30. If I want to settle down with a piece of clothing, I can. Just be glad it's not 75 cats." She exuded confidence in the ensemble, accessorizing with gold hoop earrings and a big, voluminous curly wig that resembled an afro. But her bliss was briefly shattered when she checked social media comments before heading to the after party. "I couldn't stop scrolling," she confessed. "At first it was one person who hated my hair, then another, and soon it spiraled into a lot. The flood of negativity caused her invisible righteous crown to tumble, and she ended up going home feeling awful, missing the party." However, Sidibe gained perspective the next day. "I realized the comments hadn't ruined my night. I ruined my night," she reflected. "Those people who hated my hair are invisible. They don't really exist in my world. I exist, and I alone let them shape my reality." Gastric bypass for her health. While Sidibe has long been an inspiration to women of all shapes and sizes, a major shift in her life came in 2016 when she and her brother were both diagnosed with diabetes. At just 32 years old, the diagnosis forced her to make a tough decision. In 2017, she opened up to people about having undergone weight loss surgery the previous year. "I just didn't want to worry anymore," she explained in the interview. "I truly didn't want to stress over the potential complications that come with diabetes. I constantly found myself worrying about losing my toes." Sidibe emphasized that her health had become her top priority, saying, "This body has been mine my whole life, and I didn't want to live in fear any longer. I had been feeling this way for quite some time, suffering from bulimia and other mental health struggles." In her 2017 memoir, This Is Just My Face, Try Not to Stare, Gabourey Sidibe opens up about the dark chapter of her life marked by depression, anxiety, and bulimia following her parents' divorce. She bravely recounts the intense feelings of escape and release she felt through her eating disorder, saying, "The bulimia lingered for about 3 years. Throwing up made me feel high, creating a sense of release around my head, almost like a halo that lifted me both physically and emotionally. Sidibe recalls her high school years as a time when she would avoid eating in front of others, an effort to conceal her struggles. In college, however, the pressure only deepened. "I always wanted to throw up because I was so sad," she confessed. "I dealt with panic attacks, depression, and even contemplated suicide. But I never followed through with it." Her honesty about the self-destructive behaviors she engaged in, like not eating for days at a time, reveals the immense weight she was carrying. "I like the challenge of not eating for 3 days," she admits, explaining that she would sometimes eat just a slice of bread and a bottle of water, only to throw it up. But it was therapy that ultimately played a pivotal role in helping her heal, offering her the support she needed to begin transforming her life. Despite making progress, Sidibe is candid about the ongoing nature of her battle. "I've been struggling with my weight my entire life," she said, acknowledging that it's something she'll continue to face. "I know that as long as I have a body, this will be a challenge." Her first book proves she's an exceptional writer. Known for her standout role in Empire and her witty blog for Entertainment Weekly, Gabourey Sidibe's knack for storytelling was no secret to her fans. But in 2017, she revealed just how incredible a writer she truly is when she published her memoir, This Is Just My Face, Try Not to Stare. Sidibe had always dreamed of writing. She revealed in 2015, when she first announced her book project, that she'd been writing since childhood and had countless stories to share. Stories too long, shady, and impolite to share in interviews. With her signature humor, she added, "It brings me much joy to add published writer to my resume of actor and part-time foot model, giving readers a glimpse of the light-hearted tone they could expect from her work." When the memoir hit shelves, it quickly earned comparisons to the works of celebrated authors like Mindy Kaling and David Sedaris, both known for their sharp wit and engaging, candid narratives. Sidibe herself is aware of her distinct voice, remarking with humor, "If we all had the same sense of humor, we'd all be making out with each other all the time, and we'd never get anything done." In her memoir, Sidibe marries humor with vulnerability, offering readers an intimate glimpse into her life, all while showcasing her extraordinary writing talent. No longer at war with herself. Gabourey Sidibe has been remarkably open about the long, difficult journey she's had with weight loss, acknowledging the frustration she felt during the years of trying to shed the pounds. In a heartfelt conversation with People, she shared, "I really tried. I gave a valiant try to lose the weight." Her commitment to her health journey was deeply personal, and the fact that she even outlived her first personal trainer, who tragically passed away from cancer, adds a poignant layer to her experience. Sidibe was quick to make it clear that her decision to undergo weight loss surgery was not about taking the easy way out. "I'm glad that I finally realized that the surgery wasn't the easy way out. I wasn't cheating by getting it done," she said with conviction. She acknowledged that, without the surgery, achieving the significant weight loss she has would have been almost impossible. Reflecting on her years of struggle, she admitted, "I spent years trying to lose this much weight, and I didn't do it. I wish I'd done it sooner." Since the surgery in 2016, Sidibe has made her health a top priority, incorporating regular exercise like swimming and riding a large tricycle into her life. She also sought guidance from a nutritionist to develop healthier eating habits. In her memoir, Sidibe reveals a profound realization about self-acceptance and body image. "It has taken me years to realize that what I was born with is all beautiful." She emphasized that the surgery wasn't about conforming to societal standards of beauty, but rather about enhancing her quality of life. "I did not get this surgery to be beautiful. I did it so I can walk around comfortably in heels. I want to do a cartwheel. I want not to be in pain every time I walk up a flight of stairs." While she's chosen not to share the exact details of her weight loss, saying, "It's gotta stay with me because if too many people are involved, I'll shut down and I won't get anything done." It's clear that she's experienced a significant transformation since her surgery. Following her physical transformation, Sidibe exuded a newfound confidence and self-love. "There's nothing ugly about me. Anyone trying to convince me that I am, and it's usually me, is wasting her time," she declared. She reflected on the years of inner conflict, saying, "I was in a war with my body for a long time. If I'd started treating it better sooner, I wouldn't have spent so many years hating myself. But I love my body now." Sidibe's bright future. Sidibe isn't just enjoying a successful career in acting and writing. She's now stepping into new creative territories. In 2016, she made her debut as a director with the short film The Tale of Four, inspired by Nina Simone's iconic song For Women. As Sidibe continues her journey toward better health and fitness, she remains an inspiring role model, showing others that transformation, both physical and emotional, is possible. She's also keeping her signature humor intact along the way. "Listen, I'm a solitary, selfish person. I have no kids, and I feel bad about my selfishness," she confessed in an interview with Nylon. "But I hear people tell me how my struggles have helped them, and I'm glad that my selfishness is helpful to someone else. I love my body, and I deserve love. We all do, at any size." Gabourey Sidibe couldn't stay away from Queenie. Gabourey Sidibe's journey with the American Horror Story franchise has been nothing short of thrilling. She first captivated audiences as Queenie in Coven, then returned as Regina Ross in Freak Show, and later made a dramatic return to the role of Queenie in Hotel, where her character met a tragic end. Though, as Sidibe jokingly points out, death in the American Horror Story universe is never permanent. Death doesn't really mean anything over at American Horror Story, she quipped in a 2020 interview with Collider, adding, "Everyone's death is quite poetic and usually ties into something else. Everything is very cyclical in that universe." Sure enough, Queenie was resurrected once more in Season 8's Apocalypse, much to fans' delight. While fans adore the Queenie character, Sidibe herself has an even deeper connection to the world Ryan Murphy created. In addition to acting, Sidibe has explored her directing talents, having directed 2 episodes of Empire, but it's the possibility of stepping back into Murphy's universe as a director that really excites her. "There's so much room to play and so much room to learn," Sidibe shared with Collider. "I'm still a very young director, and I'm still learning, so I think the lessons I could gain from American Horror Story would be incredibly valuable." We can't wait to see her bring her vision to life from behind the camera. Gabourey Sidibe has never been happier. Over the years, Gabourey Sidibe has steadily expanded her career, taking on diverse roles in projects like Difficult People, the 2020 psychological horror film Antebellum, and CBS All Access's animated series The Harper House. Each new project offers her the chance to break down the misconceptions and stereotypes often associated with her appearance. As she told People in 2020, "The narrative surrounding Black women is that we are magic." While that sounds nice, the problem with those words is that they dehumanize us. For my survival, I need to be seen as human. In a 2017 interview with Nylon, Sidibe described herself as a solitary, selfish person. But it seems that love has a way of changing even the most independent hearts. In November 2020, Sidibe announced her engagement to Brandon Frankel, a marketing professional in the entertainment and tech industries. In a heartfelt Instagram post, she gushed about how he had completely transformed her view of partnership. "He made up a song for when I put my bonnet on at night. The moment I look a bit stressed or overwhelmed, he jumps into action to take over what he can for me. He is the partner I thought I was too independent to need." What a beautiful expression of love and support. With a remarkable body of work already under her belt and a future full of exciting opportunities, Gabourey Sidibe's career and personal life are both on a brilliant trajectory. We can't wait to see what comes next for this inspiring woman.